Have you ever felt that sharp, excruciating pain along your shins, the muscles tightening up in your lower legs when you're running, when you're moving around and sparring? If you clicked on this video, the chances are you have, and you struggle with shin splints. I've struggled with shin splints since I was like 13 years old, playing football, trying to go on runs, and after even 500 meters, everything just tightened up. Pains just along the inside and outside of my shin bone, even though I put my finger to it, it would just kill. I started training MMA, just bouncing around, skipping. Oh my god, skipping for warm-ups would kill me. I'd just be in my head just counting down how long left, and then I'd be struggling to walk for a few minutes before we start drilling. Just foam rolling before every class. Dreading going for a run. Do I let my shins heal, or do I do the run so I can improve my cardio, improve my gas tank? I'm going to briefly explain what shin splints are, then I'm going to share with you some tips that I used to help me pretty much overcome shin splints, or at least make significant progress. So now, what are shin splints? Shin splints are when the muscles around your shins, like the tibialis anterior or the one along the inside, are either so overused and are so tight that they start pulling on your shin bones and causing micro fractures. And you'll feel this pain when you're bouncing, jogging, anything sort of plyometric weight loading, skipping, when you're playing football and you're dribbling. You'll feel basketball, I'm assuming would cause this as well. And it hurts on every step, like within your bone. The pain's in your muscle because it's so tight and overused, and then the pain just quickly just goes to your bone. It's a very sharp, killing pain, and it's a very annoying pain because your legs are what you use for everything. Like, okay, if your hand's injured, like currently my thumb's injured, I can still move around, you know, I can do cardio, I can kick the bag, I can punch with my other hand, I can, you know, maybe hit pads. But when your legs are so fucked, forget going on runs, forget doing sprints, forget skipping, you're sparring. And if your greatest ability is movement, is being quick on your step, to counter, to dart in and out, to move, or just exploding off a punch, you're so handicapped, and it's the shittest feeling, because sometimes you're not even tired, but you're sparring like you're finished, like you've gassed out, and then you kind of just a duck in water, just waiting to counter, just waiting to pull your head back and try and land a shot. And when you're finished training, when you're finished sparring, you're waddling away. I've been there, and most people don't even understand the pain you're going through. They think you're just either making it up, exaggerating, or you're just a pussy. Now, some of you, like me, might genetically just have tight muscles, especially in your lower legs. But yeah, I think just growing up playing a lot of sports on concrete, like, you know, from the UK, playing football in the cages and then working out, going to the gym, and just never having, just no one telling me, you know, you need to rest, you need to foam roll, you need to get massages. I mean, don't think we had the money to get me massages, but just understanding what's going on rather than just living with that pain. So if you want to know if you have shin splints, it's when you have that pain along the inside of your shin. You can run your finger against it, there might be some bumps on the inside of your shin bone, and you can also get it on the outside. And this especially if you're going on runs, sprints, you're bouncing around, doing whatever training you're doing, whatever martial art you're doing, and you feel that pain is getting worse and your foot's tight, like you can't even move your ankle because everything's so stiff, then yeah, it's probably shin splints. And if you keep pushing, those micro fractures will turn to stress fractures, and that's when it gets serious. You can snap your lower leg. I'm pretty sure this is basically what happens to Conor McGregor. You can set back your training severely. So what are the immediate things you have to do? Okay, now first, you need to stop doing the things like immediately that actually give you shin splints that you can. So for example, skipping during conditioning or warm-up. Just tell your coach you have shin splints, you get severe pain, go on a machine instead, or do something else, shadow box, for you to warm up or do the conditioning. If you're going on runs trying to push yourself with that mindset, like David Goggins mindset or that killer mindset, just stop. Just put a hold on running. If you can, do machine cardios, swimming, swimming, air bikes, rowing machine, anything where you're not using your lower legs too much. Okay, well, now once we've done this, and you know it's been a week or so, and you've actually let your muscles heal, you need to now, before you train, before you do anything that you know is going to give you shin splints, you need to be foam rolling your lower legs, and also do it every morning, literally every day. Foam roll your legs, because what's most likely, if you're like me, is that those muscles there are just so tight. I remember I had to go to hospital a few years ago for something with the tibialis anterior, and then when I was there, and she, you know, when the nurse or the doctor has to feel the muscle to try and diagnose you, she kept telling me like, yeah, your muscles are just too tight, like your calf is too tight. And every day when I foam roll, like, it's so tight from the Achilles tendon, the soleus and the calf. the outer calf muscle, and then all the shin muscles. So if I don't do this, then I'll just, yeah, my muscle will be so tight, and any sort of lower leg movement will just kill my shins. So get a foam roller and get a massage ball, because for the muscles on the outside and the inside, it's kind of hard to hit that with a foam roller. So I would get a massage ball, and just before training in the mornings, just foam roll the muscle. Just really take your time breaking into those muscles. Don't do this when you have pain. You know, if you've just done a run that you push yourself through and now you have pain, don't use a massage ball. This is after you've rested for a week or two, and now you're using this video now, the advice I'm giving you, and you're changing the way you're training, and you're changing the way, and you're implementing this shin splint protocol basically. So quick recap: a foam roller, a massage ball every morning and before any sort of training where you know you're going to get shin splints. So now you're helping your muscles get softer, and maybe it's been a few weeks where you've cut out the running, you're not skipping, you're not doing certain drills or classes that will kill your shins. It's time to return to those activities. Now when it comes to running, you need to make sure your running form is good. One reason why I'm definitely sure I've always had tight lower leg muscles is that because growing up I loved to sprint, whether that was during football or just in school in general. I was always one of the fastest. I would always sprint on the balls of my feet. So when I was jogging, in my mind, like, that landing on your heel I just found that cringe. Like, I found it weird. I'm like, why would you run like that? I always just ran on the balls of my feet, even though I was jogging. Then I found out most people actually run on their heels. So I was like, okay, that's probably why I have tight lower leg muscles. And then very quickly I learned that's also bad for you, because that puts an impact on your hip and knees. And that's what those people who run on the heels, that's the injuries they get. If you run on your balls of your feet, it's usually shin splints, like Achilles tendon related tight calves. So you actually want to land on the midfoot. Start running on the midfoot. Start taking shorter steps, making sure you're not leaning forward too much with your upper body, bending at your ankles instead. And start your zone 2 runs. Get good shoes, get shoes that suit the way you run. Go to a running shop. They use like a treadmill and a camera to see how you run and recommend your shoes. Get good shoes. Stop running in Astros or just £30 shoes that you also wear when you go out. Get good running shoes, minimum £100. I know it seems a lot, but this is you're investing in yourself. Once you got that, do zone 2 runs. And what you're going to do is you're going to go out, okay? It's been a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks since you've been implementing foam rolling and resting. You're going to run, making sure you have a slow cadence, a high cadence, so that's many steps, so longer strides, more steps, so you're not putting big loads on your lower legs. Running at that slow heart rate, zone 2 heart rate. And as soon as you feel that tightness starting in all the muscles around your shins, and that it's getting tight but the pain is not there, start to think, in the next 50 or 100 meters, just stop the run. If you start feeling a little bit of pain, stop. We need to treat your muscles now like the rest of your muscles in your body when you're doing your strength and conditioning. We need to progressively overload it. So say for me, oh my god, when I did this like 2-3 years ago, it was pretty much my council estate is like a long road. So from here, maybe 100 meters, maybe even less than 100 meters, it started killing and going stiff. Now I can run. Now I can, if the week's been good, I can do a 5k zone 2 and just get a bit of stiffness and slight bit of pain the last kilometer or so. But back then, oh my god, I couldn't even run 100 meters. Oh my god. As soon as you feel that pain, take a note of the distance, and then for 2-3 days, don't run. Then when it's 4 days and your legs feel better, go on your run again. See if you can match that distance. If you can match that distance and you can go a bit more, go a bit more. And do the same thing again. Rest a few days so you can go a bit longer. Until you're doing 3-5 kilometers and you're not feeling your shin splints. That might take you 2 weeks, that might take you 1 year. You don't know. But once you're getting to a point where you can run like 5Ks, that's when you can start doing your fast runs again, like your 3K, 5K. And those ones, sometimes you might get shin splints because you're trying to break a PB and you're trying to keep your heart rate up. But if you're getting shin splints, say you're doing a 3K and you're getting shin splints after 500 meters or 1K, you should stop. If you're getting it in like the last stretch, the last kilometer or half kilometer, then you could push yourself. It's up to you. But personally, I would cut it short. This is also the same for MMA training as well. If you like to bounce around, personally I like to bounce around a lot. If bouncing kills your shins, save when you're bouncing. So maybe when you're warming up and stuff, don't bounce too much, just now and then bounce. Save it for when you spar. When you're sparring as well, you might have to adapt your style so you're not always bouncing. Maybe manage your distance more with micro steps rather than being on the balls of your feet. Maybe play around for a few months being a bit flat-footed and landing power shots or emulating power shots if you're not trying to do full hard sparring. And then you start, and then it's the same thing here as well. You start seeing, can I bounce longer? Can I just go back to how I was before? Can I move around all the time now? And then eventually you find, you train 3 hours one evening and you didn't even get any shin splints. Just a little bit of tightness, and that's good, because maybe that's your shin muscles getting stronger. If your shin splints ever flare up during this time, after whatever training you've done, just when you get home, just ice it for 10 minutes just to reduce that inflammation and swelling. Now what you also need to do is, you can do this every day, you can do it a few times during the week, maybe when you go to the gym. You need to do tibialis raises, because the muscles, especially that tibialis anterior, if you get that tightness in that outer shin, your muscles are too weak. They're either tight and or they're weak. Now tib raises will strengthen those muscles, the ones on the outside. You can superset this with anything else. I superset them with like side kick drills, like kind of like traditional martial art drills. And these, do 10 to 12 reps. Maybe when you progressively overload, hold them for a second on each rep. Maybe hold them for 2 seconds. Over time, you'll see the results of these. Also, do your calf raises and soleus calf raises. A lot of times, it's actually the muscle underneath the main muscle of your calf, the soleus. If you want to hit these, you need to do bent-legged calf raises. So on the calf press, calf machines, make sure your knees bent, keeping at that same bend and doing it. And if you're anything like me, literally today was lower body S&C in the morning. When I'm doing the calf machine, normally you put like 200 kg on it, you just kind of bullshit your way through it. Like, I'm doing 200 kg calf press, well, I'm not even lying, I put no weight on it, and it's doing 8 reps is still hard, and I could just feel my calf burning. So this will strengthen both sides of your lower leg, that are weak, so that when your foot's slamming that concrete and it's hitting the pavement, tarmac, wherever you're running, it's these weak muscles that are getting fatigued, and then they're pulling on your shin bones. Now hopefully, after watching this video, it's been a few months and you're able to train much longer, you're able to train with a lot less pain, and you can maybe share this advice as well, because I feel like there's a lot of us who have these weird, who have these not so common problems with our body or injuries. Like, you don't go around seeing, this person's out for shin splints, he's struggling with shin splints. You hear it now and then, like football. I think Marcus Rashford, Scott McTominay, Declan Rice, I think shin splints really bad. There's 1 or 2 fires I've seen about shin splints. But I remember when I first started training MMA, and I was like searching online about shin splints and going on Reddit for shin splints, it wasn't that common. You would just see the odd Reddit post about, in my Muay Thai class, the skipping hurts my shins, what to do. And then they'll be like, do you have flat feet? It's always, even some coaches, they'll be like, do you have flat feet? Like, no, I don't have flat feet. I have, now I know, tight muscles, underdeveloped lower leg muscles I never got to rest during my whole teen years, and a history of microfractures on my shins that need to heal. I'd recommend you do, I think it's called 6-foot exercises or whatnot. It has a name. You could do it anytime, like literally whenever you're working out or just at home. It's just a normal walk on the outside of your feet, balls of your feet, on your heels, the inside, just moving out in different directions. That strengthens it. If you're never barefoot at all and you're always wearing shoes, try and be more barefoot at home. Try and do more exercise barefoot. Try and be barefoot more often to strengthen your feet. Look at what shoes you're wearing. Maybe your shoes are really tight on your feet and they're messing it up. Maybe get toe spacers. Toe spacers will help with your feet as well. If you sleep on your belly, your feet will be like, it'll be bent like this, so your calves aren't relaxed, they're contracted. And if you're doing that for 7 to 9 hours every night and your calves are always tight, that's going to increase tightness. They're not able to stretch out and decompress, relax overnight. So maybe look at how you're sleeping as well. But that's pretty much it. If you need to first cut out what's giving you the most shin splints. After that, you need to be foam rolling every day and before training, using a foam roller and massage ball. Then you need to reintroduce these exercises, but stop whenever you're feeling tightness or pain, and then progressively overload it, whether that's time, distance, intensity, and then implement exercises to strengthen the muscle to prevent shin splints. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a video I wish someone made for me 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and 10 years ago when I was like a preteen. If there's any other things like this you want to see, or maybe experiences you've had with shin splints or something else similar to it, put it down in the comment, like the video, subscribe, check out these other videos as well. I made some videos on how to fight Houthi, he did lose against BSD sadly, how to fight like Topuria, and how to whip your punches. Watch this guy called the Punch Doctor, who I'm a big fan of. He actually commented on video like a few weeks ago. He made a recent video about uppercuts, which is I kind of wanna make a video based on that as well, because it's something that used to always like kind of piss me off when I saw some people doing with uppercuts. And yeah, train hard, train well, and I'll see you in the next one.